Good morning. I am having such a time with my device this morning. Good morning. Yeah. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'm trying to find something that will keep my device up and not shake all over the place here. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. It is almost Christmas time. Happy Monday. Everyone, welcome to this Monday morning leadership lift. For those who are joining for the very first time, my name is Marquisa Williams. I am the CEO and founder of Elevate Leadership Enterprises. My passion is to develop leaders, help ministries, corporations to team build your ministries, help to create structure, to develop leaders. I do workshops and I do scopes, and I also am a certified biblical counselor as well as a certified life coach. So just wanted to share a little bit about who I am. So for the last few weeks, we have, been talking about these I-N words as a leader. Oh, by the way, share with your friends who are following you. I believe that these leadership lifts are helpful, can be helpful in all areas of a person's life. You don't have, there's an awesome book called You Don't Have to Have a Title to Be a Leader. Some of us are leading our homes. Some of us are leading in corporations. Whatever the leadership capacity that you play, you can be a leader. All right, so jumping right in, show me some hearts. Let me know that you're there. And if you're joining for the first time, let me know where you're scoping in from. I would appreciate that. Awesome, awesome. I see some of you guys are there. All right. So for the last few weeks, we spoke about some critical things as far as being a leader. Just to sum everything up here. So we first talked about influence and how, as a leader, we flow into others, not just pour into others' lives, but we flow. It should be a continual movement or a continual thing, but not neglecting the fact that some people may just are there to just pour in, meaning they just pour into your life and then they have another assignment. But as a influential leader, you want to flow and be a continual influence in a person's life or even a particular environment. The other I-N that we spoke about was inspiration, being an inspirational leader. And it really talks about pushing or blowing into another person, pushing them forward, showing them something that they, inspiring people or helping others to believe in something that they never thought they would do or say, pushing those people. And then last week we spoke about intentional, which was my word for 2015, intentional, and how that requires effort. To be an intentional leader requires effort. It moves, it helps, we help people to, let me block that user, thank you. It requires effort. Being an intentional leader requires effort. It moves us beyond our norm. It takes us out of our comfort zone, being intentional. I asked last week, how could we be intentional? And, some people said they were going to just be healthy. Nothing, super major as far as, moving into their careers or things like that. But it is important to be intentional about everything about us as a leader, from our health to the businesses that we're trying to start and serving the people that we work with. So I wanted to kind of recap about those three things that we spoke about. It was influence, flowing into others. Hey, Russia. Inspiration, blowing in. Whoa, I told you I'm having technical issues. Here we go. Intentional, inspiration blowing into others. And then intentional, being requires effort. It moves us beyond the norm. So today, our topic is, what does it mean to be an in leader? An in leader. So as we went through each week, we every word I gave you some definitions, and I'll start that way, and then I'll kind of get into the meat of things. All right, so in can be what they call a preposition, a before. So it's expressing the situation of something that is or appears to be enclosed or surrounded by. Enclosed or surrounded by. The other is expressing movement with the result that someone or something becomes enclosed or surrounded by something. And then the last one is a position of influence. So in the definitions of in, again, it could be a preposition expressing the situation or something that is or appears to be enclosed or surrounded by something. Expressing movement with the result that someone or something becomes surrounded or enclosed. And then third is in is a position of influence. So where does this all come from? In, being in, something within, on the inside, surrounded, enclosed, as the definition says. So where does this come from? In word comes from within the leader. All of these things come from the leader, the heart, the motivation of a leader. So in is the preposition of being surrounded or enclosed by something. So something has to be on the inside. When we take a look at our bodies, we are, we have skin, we have all these external things, but inside, right? Within us, there's our heart, there's our soul, there's our mind, it's our psyche, it's our motivation. All of those things are within us as leaders. So while we can influence and aspire and be intentional, it must come from a pure place within to want to make a difference in the world, in our homes, our places of worship, and our community. So being an in leader starts with us. It starts from the inside, within. I try not to use the word that I'm defining, but in is in. In is just what it is. It's on the inside of something. It's surrounded by something. So where does this inward leadership go? What happens when we become this in leader? We transform, we create transformation in a person's life, transformation in an organization, a culture, and just even a place. Everywhere we go, we should be transforming because of the things that are going on the inside of us that are now coming out. All right? So as inward leaders, what we should do, all the things that we should do should manifest outwardly, as I just mentioned, into others' lives, into the people that we're around, into their lives, and even ourselves. Some things should manifest even within us. We should have new self-discoveries about ourselves as well. We should be able to see the positive changes in the areas that we have made an impact on. So in the workplace, our inward stuff comes out, and it should be a positive. Now, we know there's some things that we still have to deal with on the inside that may not be so positive, and we'll talk about what's coming next around that. But we should be able to see the positive changes in the areas that we have made in a person, place, organization. We should be doing that as an inward leader. So being an inward leader takes work. It's self-reflection and motive seeking. so that we can change the world for the better. So while my scope is probably rather short this morning, but being an in leader, it starts with us. It starts with working on the things that are going on the inside. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning, Nakia. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Thank you so much. But it should start on the inside. I do a training for leaders called Self-Confrontation. And it talks about those things that we deal with as a leader that we haven't necessarily dealt with. We are leading people, we're motivating people, we're pushing people, we're doing all these wonderful things, but we still have these unspoken things or this leftover residue from our past or even current situations that we really need to deal with. Not that we should, we're striving to that we need to be perfect in order to lead others, but we need to know that this stuff is there, such as unforgiveness and such as anger. Some people who are scoping with us have participated in that training, and it made a world of a difference in how we help others. It helps us to be empathetic and more empathetic to others as we lead, because we identify that, guess what, we don't have it all together either. Why should we? But it should motivate us to help and want to change others that we have influence and impact on. So the question is, what does it mean to be an inward leader? So the question that was posed about the bacon has really nothing to do with leading, but I will entertain the question this morning. And I enjoy cooking bacon on the stove, not the microwave. So when people try to throw lemons, we make lemonade, amen? We just never, bacon is good. So, just doing a few blocks this morning. So, anyway, thank you for joining today's Leadership Lift this morning. Again, being an inward leader. Again, influence, we spoke about influence. We spoke about being inspirational. We spoke about being intentional. It requires effort. It moves us beyond our norm. So now that we kind of summed up or wrapped up our N series, again, influence, intentional, inspirational, and being the N leader, leading from within, I want to entertain next week in our leadership lift. And I was really praying and asking, what should I even speak about after we do this series on N's? We're going to talk about dealing with the internal stuff, the internal things, the internal issues. Because again, we spoke about today being an internal leader, we have to deal with some stuff on the inside, okay? We have to do that in order to be healthy leaders, because there are boundaries. We need to know when we're at our capacity of helping others, when we need to maybe back off, or know that those things that we're bumping up against are putting us at jeopardy with helping someone else. You ever heard the term hurt leaders, hurt people, hurt people? And we don't want to be those type of leaders where our issues are spilling over into other people and we're hurting them because we did not address what's going on the inside of us. So we want to keep pushing, we want to keep moving, and we want to be that inward leader, that inspirational leader, and a healthy one as we move forward. So next week in our leadership lift, we're going to talk about some inward internal issues, internal, 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 stuff that's going on the inside. So with that, if you have an internal issue and you want me to kind of talk through that, remember I did say, yep, I am a certified life coach. I am a certified biblical counselor as well. And I am certified and have a degree in pastoral studies. So I do know a little bit about helping others and working through some issues, internal issues. So you can inbox me on on Facebook on my fan page, which is I Am Marquisa. You would have to go to facebook.com/I Am Marquisa, and you can inbox me there or even write it on the wall. You can also email me right through my website page where it says contact me at marquisawilliams.com, and I will look at your comments there, and we can tap into some internal issues that you may be struggling with. So no, this won't turn into a scope counseling session, but it will help me to address who's in the audience and help you through some things as far as being an in leader, inspirational leader. So I thank you for your time this morning. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I probably will scope before the holiday just to check in and just say hey. But again, thank you for joining. Share with others about the scope that will happen every single Monday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the support. If you know someone who's looking for a workshop on leadership development, leadership training, check me out on my website, marquisawilliams.com. Thank you and have a wonderful Monday.